Hi, Soul Family. We're gonna do a reading really quick. I don't wanna do a super, super long one. I always say that and it ends up being very, very long. I had a chat that I was on a work chat and it got cut off. And I started looking around at my crystals that I brought back out from the boxes that were in Sedona, and I'm loving them. All be here. So I'm gonna start choosing items from, oh, I'll show you. Let's see, how can we do this? I can do this. Yes, I can. I figured it out. Okay, so here we have my items. I don't know if you can see all the way down how I've got things displayed here. And then on my desk, my cord out of the way, I need this. I keep leaving these two boxes here, and then I know I've got to remove these items. I don't know why I keep leaving these boxes. I'm charging actually my crystals right now. I have been charging my aventurine. This is my yes no. I'm charging my moonstones because my moonstone's been burning me. So I want to wear it again. It's ridiculous. Every time I put it on, it burns my fingers. So I'm charging it. I'm charging my lapis. I'm charging my soulmate stone. I'm charging. This stone is one of my absolute favorites, and I can't remember what it's called. I've got to go back through my readings, unless you guys can remind me. Why do I keep hearing snake skin something or other? But it's a snow leopard. And I got to tell you, this one and the mookite it's like, have you ever felt a stone that is cold and hard and yet it feels like velvet? Those are the two stones. So we're going to be using these two because this is my little pile of jet, which is my cleansing, my filter, right? So we'll put these over here. Let me decide what items I want to pick off from the table. Ooh, the dragon's eye. It's the very first thing I saw. Okay, so Wile E. Coyote, the trickster, the Heyoka trickster, is holding the dragon's eye. The dragon's eye is, it's called a septarian nodule, and it is a mix of yellow calcite and, oh, come on, Sherry. I'm going to look it up already because I've forgotten already. Well, the sediment is the brown. The yellow is the yellow calcite. Hold on, let me pull it up. Septarian nodule. I know it. It's floating around in my head. Septarian nodule. I call it the dragon's eye, the dragon stone. Septarian nodule. Ooh, they've got one that looks very much like mine. Ooh, how cool is that? This is what they say, and I never know what to think about this. But they're saying that they're formed between 50 to 70 million years ago. They're older than dirt, okay? Decomposed shells, mud balls. These are the little mud balls. Calcite crystals, which is the yellow, right? And it's aragonite. That's what it is. The dark brown is aragonite. I always think of Aragon in The Hobbit and in Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Septarian nodule and Aragon. There's a reason for that song right now. We were rockets shooting up to the sun. We are Aragon. Billions of beautiful hearts. He sold us down the river too far. What about us? We came when you called. This may come up in the reading. Aragon is a chemical element with the symbol air. The noble gas. But what about Aragon in The Hobbit? Wasn't it The Hobbit, or was it? I think it was in The Hobbit. That's when I saw him last. Aragon was the last child, the third son, the younger brother, the tallest of the brothers, most impetuous. Prince of Noldor, Aragon, the last child, the tallest one. Viggo Mortensen, the Lord of the Rings, Aragon, the iconic leader of the men. Okay, So the trickster, the Wile E. Coyote, is holding on to Aragon. It's got him in his mouth. Woo! Okay, that's a message in itself. It's got him in his mouth. It's a message in itself. Then we've got my beautiful snow leopard. I love my snow leopard. Can you see him? I mean, he's so perfect. It also turns into a white tiger, which is also perfect. And for the life of me, you can literally see his eye. His nose is right here. There's his eye and his ear and his stripes and his paw. He's resting. He's regal. He's regal. Oh, he's beautiful. I love him. I'm choosing that one. And then the Mookite. Oh, Mookite, I love this. I love this. This one, that's me. That's the mermaid. And there comes her osprey, her faithful companion. Always with her. And all around them on this Mookite stone are hearts. Hearts everywhere. 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 All around. I kept turning it and I was finding more and more. So those are 3. Are you ready? I'll be ready. It's the both of us waking up. Are you ready? I'll be ready. Oh man, I'm fighting between 2. I don't want control. I want to let go. I'm fighting between 2. I am. So I'm gonna pull them both. Oh my God, it's incredible how I've got them displayed, and they're displayed on opposite corners of my chest that my ships are coming in, right? How many ships are coming in on this chest? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 ships. Ascended Masters working with me. Okay, so I'm fighting between 2. So I'm going to grab them both in my hand. And this is lightning. I was lightning before the thunder. Thor is the thunder god, right? I was lightning before the thunder. This is literally fulgurite crystal. When lightning hits the red sand, it solidifies. And this is literally holding lightning. Isn't that incredible? That's a big one. Woo! That one. And the other one on the other side was my shell crystal wand. And this one has got crystals inlaid in it. It's got amethyst, it's got yellow citrine, it's got aquamarine, it's got emerald, it's got pearl. I'll show them all to you. That beryl crystal. So, I was lightning before the thunder. These 2 are a pair. I'm fighting between the 2. I don't want to fight between the 2. Remember, I don't want control. I want to let go. Okay, here's the message then. Here's our messages. So, no, we're not working with this deck, Spirit said. I just had this out for my last client. Look what you made me do. I'm dancing with someone new. Don't you just hate it when somebody blames everybody else for their choices? Right? We all get choices. Okay. Correct for neutrality. I'm adorned in passion today. I got red lips all over my legs, and I've got the red passion going. I've got so many things on my table to choose from for our next readings. I'm quite excited. So let's figure out who we're going to do. This is water element. The lightning and the shell, right? This is going to be water element. The snow leopard is going to be air element. The Mookite is going to be fire element. And the Septarian nodule being held by the trickster is going to be earth element. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Let's do this, and let's do this good. We're going to have my deck today as well, so there might be some things coming out that are in your face, right? Happy 12/12, right? That was yesterday. Today's happy Friday the 13th. But 12/12, last full moon last night of our decade. Incredible. This one? Oh, interesting. I had no clue that this is the deck we were going to use. Wow. This is a reverse deck. I haven't used it for quite a long time. The Faery Oracle kind of goes well with what we're looking at here, right? Literally holding lightning in our hands and Septarian nodules from thousands of years ago. Incredible. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Septarian nodule and the tricky trickster, the coyote, The tricky coyote, the wily coyote, correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose Tyrian nodule or earth elements, right? Grounded, hardworking, earthy, nurturing, loving. Now, Spirit says, I was going to say it's a message, and what's interesting here is a cry for nature in reverse. And here we have, I just get donated on my work page, actually my Facebook page, my girlfriend Kendra, my old roommate, she has a fund for, she makes blankets for the animals in the animal shelters, and I love that. I thought that was so freaking cool. And I've just, I mean, I send donations in for the wolves and for the animal shelters, and I thought, okay, I'm going to dig another 20 bucks up because the animals are always my best friends. And here's Wile E. Coyote and the dragon nodule, and I am a dragon, an Aries dragon. I'm a wood dragon, so that's interesting. Earth. So this is a cry for nature. So mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Now, what's really awful about this whole situation is look at this. This is like the Amazon jungle burned down, or the trees being cut down. The Amazon, a friend of mine, Jeff from school, sent me that video of the day that the indigenous people won their court case, and then the next day the fires were set. It's like, really? Even when we go by the law and we do what we're meant to do, you're going to find a way to subvert that. And yet this morning, twice, what came to my mind when I was doing a reading, I looked up and I saw the words judgment, and I heard justice will be done. And literally, I was working with my cards, and the card that flipped out for my client was justice. What seemed like an injustice was actually a blessing. I don't know where it is, but it's coming. This is right there. Goddess of justice. What seems an injustice is actually a blessing. Sometimes when we're going through it, especially when we're looking at things like this, right? It's horrible, and we can't see the justice in it. This, in reverse, even exemplifies the feeling of sadness. It's a feeling where people feel like they aren't a part of a group. They feel alienated. Look at this one, alone, open, naked, vulnerable, right? I posted something on my Facebook page this morning. It was one of my first posts. I have only posted a few in all reality. Most of them were about animals and happy reunions with animals. What did I say? What was this about being open, naked, and vulnerable? It was about the full moon. As you know, last night was our last full moon of the decade. I'm writing this post standing naked. Vulnerable, open, and exposed is what naked means. Dripping wet, just out of the shower. I was working with and speaking to and cleansing and shielding with Archangels Michael and Metatron. As I spoke to first Archangel Metatron and then Michael, thanking them for their presence in my life and asking for assistance in clearing my shield and then re-shielding me for the day, I heard, speaking of this Gemini cold moon, this is a magical night when all hidden will be exposed, at least by tonight. So we are to stay aware, open, flexible, and willing to allow this magic to work itself in our lives. We are still within the mighty power of that full moon. So if you have yet to release anything you no longer wish to carry with you into the next decade, ask to be relieved of it now so that we can move forward unencumbered by the negative things of our past. And so it is. So this one here, feeling alienated, angry. Oftentimes when young people feel this way, it leads them to doing things. Remember the song, Look What You Made Me Do? It leads them into doing things that are harming, self-harming. They engage in activities that they shouldn't. They need to engage in positive activities and meaningful activities. They need to understand how they can counteract the negativity with something positive. They can be the activists. They can be shown that they can be heard and seen and make a difference. There is a lot of greed. There's a lot of lying. There's a lot of unfair going on around us. But there's also a way that we can overcome this. People that need food, animals that need food, people that need shelter, animals that need shelter, people that need to be cautious of medicating themselves. This is in nature, right? Sometimes people try to drown out their sorrows or deal with their issues by drinking or taking drugs or engaging in sex or crime or whatever it is that they get involved with. And when they don't have a purpose, they find themselves lost. And then they have this belief, or then others will then have this belief, that people are untrustworthy, that they're greedy, that they're all materialistic. But everyone isn't this. This one is mourning what was lost. This one is standing up, right? This one is saying we must take action. We must become informed. We must raise our voices. We must speak for the ones who can't speak. We are here to make the helpful changes to support our planet. This planet is in the hands of our young ones, and our young ones can't be feeling this way. Be naked, open, exposed, and vulnerable like I was, and stand asking for the archangels to work with you. We can be a voice that's heard. Absolutely. Facebook is a way to do it. It is. I like that a lot. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Mukite or the fire element. Cry for nature. Mourning for something sacred which seems lost. But the number is 8. And that signifies never ending. Even when something is lost, it's not truly lost. It'll come back in a different form or remains with us in spirit. 8 also represents abundance. And everything that you need is abundantly provided for you. When you connect to spirit, you call upon spirit. Spirit's not going to take away all of our problems and all of our issues, but they will help us handle them. They will help us rise above them. And this one that was feeling so forlorn, look at those wings. This one is in a full transformation. It's difficult right now. These wings are just drying. See how they're not quite full yet? So this is a newborn. This one is just maybe reawakened to the fact that, you know what? I have a voice and I have a purpose. I want to, and if you don't know what your purpose is, ask. What can I do? What is it that you're drawn to? What matters to you? Your purpose lies within that. Correct for neutrality, clearly nature. Correct for animals. Correct for neutrality on all of us. For those who chose the mermaid and the osprey in the Mukite. Mukite. I picked Mukite up this morning. One of my clients was really upset by the way someone that they very much cared about was treating them, and I immediately reached for the Mukite, and I felt like he needed it, so I was holding it, and I wanted to see why was it that I was pulled to that. Well, the Mukite works with your solar plexus, and your solar plexus is your seat of personal power. Ooh, look at that, we got it upright, right on. Your seat of personal power and self-worth. It's your instinct, your gut instinct, right? When you need to make decisions, especially when you're conflicting, or when things are conflicting and you need to choose between something, it gives you assistance in knowing the right direction. It's a stabilizing stone. Counter-affects the signs of aging. I'll hold it all day. Helps the digestive system, clearly, since it works with your solar plexus. So I like that a lot. And what we get is Child of the Moon. We just had a full moon last night. Forgiveness, transcending the ego. Look at the numbers. 36. So 3 says the Ascended Masters. Who was I talking about just now? Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron works with those young ones. That's the one. That's you guys. Let me just regress. If there's a young one here that's having a difficulty, you call on Archangel Metatron. That guy's he's there for you. He's powerful. I thought about that this morning. Why is it that I'm so drawn to Metatron? Attention deficit, OCD, a star child, the sacred geometry. He brings the wisdom from the stars, right? He's a star child. And here's this one reaching for the moon. So forgiveness. This is about allowing the cycles, right? The ebbs and flows. You think of the full moon. Emotions run very high. We're made up of quite a bit of water, and we're affected deeply with the full moon. And if we go out underneath the full moon, like I put my crystals out, they cleanse and charge. We cleanse and charge. So if you're suffering right now, allow it to be released. Let go of the resentment, let go of the sadness, whatever it is. There's nothing forgiveness can't heal. And then when you forgive, it allows for a healing, and the healing allows for a regrowth or a new growth, right? So this beautiful fairy, she's holding up and clearing her energy, just like I asked to be done in the shower this morning. Place yourself under the light of the moon. We still have that powerful moon tonight. And allow all of your chakras, which are your energy centers, to get aligned and supercharged. I went last night and did it. It's beautiful. So basically, this is a moon bath. Dancing under the night of the moon. It's beautiful. Peridot. I have Peridot. Where is it? Where is my mom's chakra bracelet is broken. I need to get that fixed. That's what I need. But Peridot is green. It's a bright green stone, which is the color of healing as well. And Peridot is actually found on the moon. That's the crystal that the moon is made of. Isn't that amazing? It helps you find out where your ego is involved in what's going on in your life. It's also a stone. You think about the color green. Green is love, healing, growth. Find abundance as well, right? But you think about love and healing. So it eases out, or it gently removes whatever these stresses are in our light body. Our light body. We need to be light, right? It helps us get away from whatever was wounded, maybe even from childhood, right? It helps release those pains in our body because they actually attack our physical cells. So it will help us to release that and feel less anger. These are going together. This earth element and the fire element, they're standing together here. So Spirit is not saying that it's our fault for feeling the feelings that we have. We all have feelings. We're human. We have our emotions for a reason. But we need to allow ourselves to work through our emotions and release them, right? Which is what we need to do on the full moon. So this will help us also. Peridot, which is being spoken about because of the moon. I'm going to have to go get my Peridot. You know what? I will. I have a... did I hang it up there? I did. I had it. It's in a box. Isn't that awful? With some of my other crystals. I had a Peridot bracelet that my friend gave me, and one of the crystals fell out. So I used it to hang one of my other crystals from, and that's in a box. I'll have to find it. I was going to show it to you. But it helps you reconnect with whatever your purpose is, whatever your destiny is. I keep thinking about Steve Martin in the Jerk. I found my purpose. So pay attention to what you feel like on the days coming before the full moon and the days after the full moon. It's a very, very positive time right now that we can use to release whatever sadness, whatever wounding, whatever grief that we have. This is very, that's why the full moon is the one thing, like that's my ceremony, the full moon release ritual, right? Letting go of what I no longer wish to carry. I made up a mental list. I was speaking about it as I let it go. Allow it to, because when you look at it, you see it. There it is. I brought it up, but I'm going to release it now. I surrender it. Take it away. Return it to pure white light. I don't wish to have any of this anymore. Forgive the ones who have hurt us, even the ones who have persecuted us. It's about forgiving for us. It's about releasing us so we don't end up like this. So we don't end up saying, look what you made me do, right? No one's going to make us do anything. Not if we release whatever it is they've done. Forgive the situation if that's the easier way for you to do it. And ask Spirit to help you. Clear your muscles, clear your cells, clear your auric field, your entire light body of whatever doesn't work for you. And then be open, be willing, just to let it go. And if you're willing, all we have to do is be willing and allow Spirit to step into our life. Free us from the past, allow us to move forward. And you will know that the forgiveness has taken place when it doesn't trigger you. Right? It doesn't upset you any longer. If it still upsets you, I forgive you and I release you. I forgive you and I release you. I give you back all of your power and I take back all of mine. Your part in my life is over. I forgive you and release you. Do this. Continue to do this. It'll free you from this, from feeling shackled, from feeling burdened, from feeling left behind, right? Especially when usually the ones that have done this are long gone. Right? They're not even around, but we carry on the wounds. Don't allow them to take from us every single day. Don't allow them to take our power. Don't allow this heaviness to stop you from reaching your full potential. Boom. Today, the pelicans are floating on the water. Pelicans are about releasing burdens, releasing the baggage, and also about forgiveness. Forgiveness of others, but mostly forgiveness of self. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the snow leopard, I did. I love the snow leopard. Correct for neutrality on all levels. too many fell. Sorry, I can't take that many. Let's just dip. Although it keeps falling. That's interesting. So it keeps falling. Why does it keep falling? I can barely reach it. All right. I guess we got two. We got them upright, which is nice. Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue, the butterfly. Dreams come true, return of the soul. Little Boy Blue. Somebody feeling blue or calm and peaceful. The Gatekeeper. Fairy time, time shifts, dimension slips. This is, and I'm hearing in my head the Galactic Federation of Light. Gatekeeper and Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue. Well, the butterfly is always speaking about transformation. This is a new birth, clearly, a new beginning. So this is talking about hope and promise, innocence, a trust in new beginnings. I mean, clearly as a child that young, gentle, innocent, beautiful. Belief in anything that can be. Union. This is about how people can be drawn together in a peaceful way, in a happy way, in a safe way. This child is safe where they are. They feel safe too. They're not even thinking about anything negative. They've got a blank page in front of them, right? They get to renew. Right now, whoever this is, it's a renewal, a new beginning. Nothing has happened yet. But babies, they're so strong and they're filled with bright, healthy, new cells, right? They learn so quickly. The possibilities in front of a baby are endless. They're not able to express themselves yet. No words. And yet, they change so quickly in front of us, and then quickly they are able to speak. So for us, it's like seeing ourselves as a babe, as brand new. Listening, seeing, trusting for the first time, right? Maybe this is it. Maybe you're going to be able to trust in something for the first time. Maybe you're going to speak your truth for the first time. Strong, powerful babies, absolutely, but very innocent in your heart. You want to remain innocent. I do. I said the older I get, the younger I get. I connect more and more to my inner child. This is also saying that we have responsibility to the young ones. They're looking to us, right? They're the ones that are going to be the saving of this earth, but they need guidance. Whether they be young ones like this that grow up to be adolescents that we don't want to see sitting like this. We want them to be empowered like this. And we want to teach these young ones to care for the animals of the world. So Spirit says, lighten up. Keep your energy positive. You've got new projects coming to be born. There could be new relationships. There could be renewal of health. It could represent somebody who feels at home using their psychic gifts, feeling sensitive, being truthfully, honestly themselves, unabashedly, unashamed to be open, honest. They detach from the negativity of the world. I have no problem being open, honest, vulnerable, and naked. This is who I am. I'm here to help the world as I am, just by being myself, by using my own intuitive talents, and that's what this message is speaking. Song right now, I've been thinking too much. Help me. Babies aren't thinking too much. They're looking. This one's leaning forward. What can happen? How many butterflies do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course there's 5, but the baby makes 6. So 5 is there's a significant change taking place in your life at this time, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. But then the 6th one comes along and it says endurance. You are able to endure, or you have endured. And because of this, you will be successful. Victory is yours. This babe will be victorious. And then we go to the Gatekeeper, right? Look at this. It's like we've got 2 worlds. We've got spring and we've got winter. And the Gatekeeper in the snow, facing the baby, full of wonder and excitement. So there you stand on your sword. Are you being the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords? This is someone who stands in their truth, speaks their truth, very logical. So at this time, it's completely the opposite of logical, what's happening here, because this is a gatekeeper. Time shifts, dimension slips, exchanges between different dimensions. I travel. This is about shapeshifters, time travelers. My dreams, I travel back in time, I travel forward in time. It's incredible what goes on. It's often we have a relationship with others on a different level, in another dimension. And we're also speaking to ones in a different dimension. It's incredible. This is about breaking away from time restriction. Asking the gatekeeper to show you beyond where you are, beyond what you have believed to be, right? It's not just one way. It's back, sideways, up, down, around. There's so many options. There is a new reality, a new paradigm. Things aren't going to be done the way they've always been done. This is where we can bend time, move between what seemed to be over and what we can recreate. We have the ability to shape time. This is like not wanting time to repeat the lesson. This is about moving forward. This is about going through the door with the gatekeeper and see what is there for us. This is the time when, if you believe in the truth of this, people will reappear in your life. So you can recreate and reshape the past. You can change what was. You look back and you'll be able to look in and see why something happened. I got this already earlier today. You're going to understand why this happened. And then you can recreate your feeling about it, thus changing the whole history of it. It's interesting how sometimes it feels like a year just goes by in a day. This year did that for me. This is the fastest year I've experienced. But recognize that we're getting older, but it's interesting that some things I feel for myself even that I'm aging backwards. Or not aging. Definitely not aging in heart in any way. It's like things that happen that are surreal because it's not logical, right? This is about learning great secrets while you're staying presently in this moment, at the same time going back, forward, and around, and up and down. Walking through this magic gate. This is connecting with the fairy folk. I have seen fairies. I have seen fairy lights. I have seen Artemis's bow. It's pretty freaking incredible, I gotta tell you. A baby is open to all of this, right? They haven't been taught that that's impossible. They haven't been taught that that's ridiculous, that you can't speak to angels or see them or see fairies. I was taught that, and yet that was proven wrong. Because I've seen angels. I've seen fairies. I welcome the gatekeeper. No wonder I chose that. I chose this too, though. Neptune's. Or maybe this is Ariel, the mermaid's wand, right? I was lightning before the thunder. I love this. Lightning rods and the power of the ocean, Atlantis and Lemuria. I want to believe that this is Lemurian crystal. I'm pretty certain that it is. It makes sense to me that they would put a Lemurian crystal on a wand like this, but I got this secondhand. So for all intents and purposes, this is basically two of the same, but this is from the stars, and this came from the stars as well. Lemurian crystal, right? Atlantis, star seeds. 2 in 1, and look at the little star seeds all along in here. Oh, I love this. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the lightning rod and the scepter of the sea. Correct for neutrality on all levels. There's little hidden shells in here too, gold shells. It's all wrapped in gold, telling you about your self-worth. Look at the going inside that little castle. Oh, I love that. This is the castle. I spoke with somebody about a cat. Who was I saying? Was it Uncle Phil? No, I said something. My father. I wrote to my stepdad and I said, I hope all is well in your castle. My father is like Neptune. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And I was Ariel, breaking free, right? Father wanting to keep her from joining the thunder lightning god. Oh my gosh. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Prince Eric. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. When I talk out loud like that and I just speak, I'm just allowing myself to channel, because there's a message that somebody's getting a message about an Eric, right? I'm getting my own messages, but I know that whatever it is that Spirit channels through me, I'm an open channel for their divine will, and it may not mean anything to you specifically, but it does to another. So I encourage you to write your comments on the videos. I love to hear them. When things make sense to you, when they jump out, I'd love to hear it. If anybody would like help with a private reading to look deeper into your own personal life and messages, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. I would be honored. This is my path. If I could help you with anything else, any of my crystal clusters or ceremonial sage wands or the avian crystal cones or anything that I can help you with, I would be honored. I appreciate all the donations that you send in to my website as well. In exchange for the energy that I give out, it's very much appreciated. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We all gotta eat, right? Whoa, there we go. It shot right out. Ooh, Stardust. What was I just talking about, right? Star seeds. Premonition, galactic communications, beginning and endings. Ooh, look at her there next to her little gargoyle. And she's like holding on to the edge of that building way up there, that glass. It's a crystal building she's sitting on. She doesn't look like she's nervous. At first I thought she was slipping off, but then I looked again and I thought, no, she likes to sit on the edge. I took Willow up to the edge, and Liger too. We went up to Lily Rock before Lily passed. I took her up there. I'm so glad she got there. And Liger, and both of them went right to the edge. I like that. Adventurers, right? So she's a little unsettled. She is kind of holding on to the edge, right? But she's waiting for something. Her ears are up. She's listening. And she's reaching out. What did I say to you guys at the beginning of this? Oh my gosh, you guys. What did I say? Galactic Federation of Light, right? I said that. That's who she's speaking to. She's looking for opportunities to grab out of the sky, to glimpse a vision of a celestial being, right? We all have magic within us. I said in my post this morning, this is a magical time, right? Absolutely. We're going through a gateway. 12/12. It's a big deal. Now we're lucky 13, right? So, and you think about who believes in fairies, who believes in magic? Babes, right? Don't grow too old to believe in magic. Children understand. They understand and they look for the magic in the world. And that's what we need to do. And that one, she's leaning out. She's like, okay, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? What is it that I need to see? What is it that I will see amongst the star seeds? Something's going to happen soon. She's got a premonition. She's received either a prophetic dream, a vision, something. There's something that you know is about to happen, but you're not quite certain of what it is. But it's going to happen soon. So she's looking up to the stars. She's wondering, what is it that's going to change? What is it that's coming to me? It's beautiful up there. I went out last night. It was beautiful. That's what I was doing. I'm kind of interested, however, because she's looking straight out into the sky. She's up above, right? But she's not up above the moon. So she's not looking at the moon. She is the moon. She's the moon goddess. She's the divine feminine. She's looking up baby stars and falling stars and the stardust that's falling all around her. Oh my gosh. Do I have it in my bra? I think I do. I put a lot of crystals in my bra. If I was ever knocked out and had to have my clothes taken off by paramedics, they would find crystals. And I put my Moldavite right next to my heart. That's a chunk of a meteor. It's a piece of a star. Stardust, the stars. She's breathing this in. She knows she's been there. She knows that she's a starseed. This is where she came from. And she's got feelings and dreams and memories from a place beyond time. I wrote a song. I need to publish it again. It's called A Place Beyond Time. I'll share it later. It's a true premonition that she's had. It's not in her imagination. It's not just a moment where she's picking up somebody else's energy. She is picking up feelings and sensations. She's had a postcard from the future. Kind of like, you know, you watch the movie Back to the Future. It's like me. I've seen this. I've seen it before it happened. I watched it happen. It comes from the stars. So this is talking about returning to source, the need to reconnect, or possibly rewrite a soul contract. Remember how we can go back in time, see how something happened, why it happened, and then all of a sudden things become clear to us? So at this time, this is about changing something, moving into a new incarnation, making sense of the feelings that maybe now we understand that we didn't at the time. Or maybe there's something we need to work out by ourselves. Maybe we need to do this tonight. This is about getting messages loud and strong, and they keep coming. And this is telling you not to be afraid to act on what you get, even if you can't prove it to someone else. This is also asking and then waiting like she is. She's waiting on the edge of her seat, right? Which is like excitement to receive the information she's asked about. Light being connections. They want to connect with you. Galactic beings of light. I said that. That's why I said it. The goddess is connecting with galactic beings of light, with the ascended masters, Archangel Metatron of the sacred geometry. They're going to give you clues as to what's going to happen, but you're not going to get crystal clear. You have to follow what your intuition tells you. Oh my God, this is freaking awesome. I'm excited because I know this is talking to me. I was lightning before the thunder, and I am Ariel from the sea. And I chose to put a meteor in right next to my chest, right next to my heart. I chose a chunk of a star. Wow, I'm excited about this reading, you guys. I said that I was going to bring out my decks. I have 3 decks, right? 111 cards in each deck. The Naked Truth. 333, the Naked Truth. Woo! 333 is the Ascended Masters. Now, do I take the ones that are flipped up? Okay, one is upside down. We're going to start with Wile E. the Coyote, those who chose the earth element. Please notice how hard I am trying. Yes, they want me, but I do not want them. I want you. And then what is upside down is I'm all hot and bothered. I'm all turned upside down. Okay? Those are the messages for those who chose the earth element. Wile E. Coyote, the septarian nodule, the trickster, correct for neutrality. Please notice how hard I'm trying. Yes, they want me, but I want you. I'm all hot and bothered. Okay, for those who chose Mookite, the mermaid again, and her osprey. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose mermaid and her osprey, the Mookite crystal, or fire element. You look as good as the day I met you. Wow. Correct for neutrality. That's nice to hear. Anyone wants to hear that, right? Anyone. The truth has been exposed. They now know. Thank you, God. The marriage commitment is over. Done. Now, a marriage commitment can be a marriage. It can be a commitment to a business. It can be a commitment to a group of people. It's a commitment. But marriage is in the mix. So the marriage commitment is over. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the snow leopard. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the snow leopard. Wow, that was fast. Now this is for you or someone close to you, okay? Every time I see you, my heart explodes a little more. Gotta like that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the snow leopard, what is the message that's most applicable? For those who chose the snow leopard. Oop. I am comfortable in your energy. Morals, integrity, loyalty, honor, and respect are must-haves. They will figure it out. Yes. You figure out what that means to you. They will figure it out. Yes. Wow. This one was in my hand and I didn't even see it. They are not your friends. Boundaries. So, and I just heard you're in over your head. They're in over your head. Credit card debt. A lawyer. They're not your friends. Boundaries. You're in over your head. Pay attention to that. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the lightning rod, if you were lightning before the thunder, for those who chose the scepter of the sea, correct for neutrality on all levels. My dad would like to hear that he's King Triton. I am lying to you. I want us. Why would somebody do that? That doesn't work for me. I absolutely align with honor, integrity, truth. Absolute musts. I am lying to you. I want us. Wow. Sometimes we're lying to ourselves, right? Sometimes we believe something and it's a fallacy. Please notice how hard I'm trying. Please notice how hard I'm trying. Correct for neutrality. Interesting that came out twice. So that can be anyone in your life, right? It can be many people in your life. So take note and pay attention to the ones around you that might be annoying you. You might feel let down. Be a little more gentle, please. Be a little more gentle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. It's not okay to drive under the influence of marijuana. No, it's not. You will get a DUI, and you are not, I don't care how many years you've been smoking pot, you do not have all of your senses in control. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose, is there another or is that it? He or she is being seduced by another. Could be by a person, could be by a business, could be by a temptation, right? Yes, they cheated, and yes, they're sorry. Yes, please. Song in the background right now. Say you'll remember me. Say you'll remember me. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to upload this and get it off to you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm actually going to take you outside and let you see how incredible the day it is. Hi, Sammy Chicken. Hi, baby. Here's Canyon Lake today. Isn't this incredible? We've had the appearance of the pelicans today. As I told you, drop your burdens. Also speaks of forgiveness, self and others. And they were huge when I saw them fly in this morning. They're not here very often. I don't know where they are right now. I had one over here, a pure white one, and then one that was black and white over here. But they were big. I mean, even from here, they were big. They were the size of a medium-sized dog. I mean, maybe even bigger than that. They were huge. It even smells warm in the air. All right, you guys, that's it. Let you all say hello to my beautiful man.
Hi, Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Want to say hi to people? Want to say hi to people? You want to say hi to people? Sammy, hi. Oh, big yawnies. Yeah. It's good to have a sun bath. Yeah.
he hasn't been feeling well, so he needs to take care of himself. Self-love, self-care. All right, you guys. Have a blissful day. Love you.